now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword.
I won thy love doing thee injuries.
But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling. Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youths to merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp.
Aegeus, yeah, you're muted.
Sweet meat! Full of vexation come I, with complaints against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious duke, this woman has bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voices versus feigning love. With cunning as thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be it so, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which is either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, fair maid? Be advised, Hermia, to you your father should be as a god.
Lysander is a worthy candidate.
In herself she is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, one must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked, but with my eye.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I made bold, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to endure forever the livery of a nun. Therefore, Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth. Examine well your blood.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord. Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship.
Upon that day, either prepare to die the death for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as he would.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is my love shall render him.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius's. And what is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nidar's daughter Helena and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant person.
I must confess that I've heard so much, and thought with Demetrius to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it.
But Demetrius, come, and come, Egeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both.
For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death, or to a vow of a single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love?
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chances the roses there do fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled too low,
or else misgraffed in respect of years.
oh, spite, too old to be engaged too young,
Or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or, if there be sympathy in choice, for death or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the collied night, which in a spleen reveals heaven and earth.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house removed 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only daughter. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee? And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May, there shall I stay for thee.
Oh, my good Lysander, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that ever men have broke in number more than women ever spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Oh, keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair! Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Them.
I frown upon them, yet they love me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smile such skill.
I give them curses, yet they give me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more they follow me.
The more I love, the more they hateth me.
Their folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. They no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time when lovers' flight doth still conceal, from Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight. I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. They will not know what all but they do know. And as they err, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of their qualities. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, they hailed down oaths that they were only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so they dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I'll tell Demetrius of fair Hermia's flight, and to the woods will they tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have their sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You are best to call them generally, name by name, according to the script.
Here's a scroll of everyone's name thought fit through all of Athens to play at our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on their wedding day. At night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, prepare yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver?
Ready, name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallantly for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure to the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat in to make all split. Feel free to pin my video. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. Woo! This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Hercules' vein. A tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute the bells mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What's Thisbe, a wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Fay, let me not play a woman. I've beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, oh, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and thy lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor?
Here, Peter Quince.
You must play Thisbe's mother.
Yes, Peter Quince.
Pat Snout the tinker?
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself.
Yes,
Thisbe's
Peter
father.
Quince.
Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner?
Here, Peter Quince.
You, the lines part. And here, I hope, is a play well fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you if it be given me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you shall do it too terribly. You would frighten the Duchess and the ladies, and they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us!
Each and every one!
But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you and twere any nightingale. Roar!
No.
Roar!
No!
Roar?
No! You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see on a summer's day, a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will. But, masters, here are your parts. And I am to request you, to entreat you, and to desire you to con them by tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night. And meet me at the Palace Wood, a mile without town. There, by moonlight, we will rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw up a bill of property such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough! Hold or cut bowstring. Cut bowstring.
How now, spirits? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire, I do wander everywhere.
Just wander everywhere.
Swifter than the moon sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. Farewell, thou love of spirit, I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves, come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For jealous Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she as her attendant hath a lovely boy, stolen from a warrior king. Jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square, and all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you're that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow.
Thou speak'st aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon. Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, and not I thy lord.
Then I must be thy lady, but I know why thou hast stolen away from fairyland. Your busking mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are forgeries of jealousy. Thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, and every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him, or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that infectious diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature we see, the seasons alter, the spring, the summer, the childling autumn, the angry winter change their wonted liveries and mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And the same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land buys not the child of me. His mother was a buttress of my order, and in the sacred dark and peace of night, full often hath she gossiped by my side. But she being mortal of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy. And for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. But if you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. Much of the puck, come hither. Thou rememberest? Since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
In that moment I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal, thrown it by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But might I see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress passed on, in maiden meditation fancy free. But marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens do call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me that herb and be thou here once again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here I am, and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. But yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you spurn me, the more I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not? To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity?
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think not I am in the night. And you, in my respect, are all the world. Therefore how can it be said that I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I will run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. I cannot fight for love as you may do. I should be wooed, and am not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven out of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere they do leave this grove, thou shalt fly them, and they shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. And o'er bank, where the wild times blow, where the oxlips and the nodding violets grow, over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine, there sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delights. And there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full with hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint their eyes, but do so when the next thing they may espy may be the lady. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come, now a roundel and a fairy song, then to your offices and let me rest.
Thou seest, when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, hart or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. To speak truth, I have lost our way. What? We'll rest as Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Yet so, Lysander, find you out of bed, for I upon this bank shall rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, 2 pillows and 1 troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that by one heart we can make of it. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous maiden and a maid. So, far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
Half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love, night and silence. Who is here? Maids of Athens they do wear. This is them, my master said, despiseth the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack-love, this kill-courtesy. Churl, upon thy eye I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep their seat on thy eyelid. So, awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay, stay, on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, no, I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away for fear. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good friend, awake.
And run through fire I would for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What, though they love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No! I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not trade a raven for a dove.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is not enough? Is not enough, young maid, that I can never, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficiency.
Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. As a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing in the stomach brings. And all my powers address your love and spleen, to honor Helen, and to be her queen. Help me, Lysander! Help me! Be like that the puck is called for Ay me! Oh, for pity! What dream was here? Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and he sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander! Lord? What? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all love. I swear. No? Then I will perceive you are not nigh either death or you. I'll find immediately. Are we all met?
Pat? Pat? Pat!
Here, Peter Prince!
Here is a marvelous place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we shall do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By a legion, a parlous fear.
We must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not actually Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Fine.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he's not a lion.
Nay, you must name her name, and half of her face must be seen through the lion's neck, and she herself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would request you, or I would wish you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, 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 no. I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name and tell them plainly, she is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so.
There is two hard things, that is, to bring moonlight into the chamber. For, Pyramus and Thisbe met by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar.
A calendar?
Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine.
Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then, may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns or a lantern and says that he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine.
Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, they talk through the crack of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or woman must present wall, and let them have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about them to signify wall, and let them hold their fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's child, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. Once you have spoken your speech, you may enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play toward. I'll be an auditor. Actor 2, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus! Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors. Odors.
Odors, yeah, that's what I said.
No, it wasn't. It's fine, just
What did I
continue.
say?
Just continue, it's
Okay,
fine.
all right. Okay, fine. Odors, savors sweet, so hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice! Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you, for you must understand he goes but to hear a voice that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue,
Higher,
of color like red rose on triumph briar,
higher,
most brisky juvenile, so lovely, so true,
higher,
as true as the truest horses, and yet would never tire. I meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Nyness, man, why you must not speak that yet. That you enter to Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus, your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, as true as the truest horses, and yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous.
Oh, strange.
We are haunted.
Pray, masters.
Fly, masters.
Help!
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them, to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an asset of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear. I am not afraid. The ouzel cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo grey, whose note full many a man doth bark, and dares not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues force perforce doth move me, on the first view to say, no, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate, the summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Peas blossom.
Cobweb.
Moth,
Mustard seed.
kind and courteous to this gentleman. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hey.
Hail!
Hail.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower.
Oh, it's a glorious day.
Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eyes was she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, who work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, when they him spy as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So, at his sight, away his fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet lashed the Athenians' eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took them sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by their side, that, when they waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close to the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the youth.
Oh, why rebuke you they that love you so? Thy breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in her sleeping, or shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as she to me. Could she have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered her. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is she? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give her me?
I'd rather give her carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain her then? Henceforth be never numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is she dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, then tell me that she is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. And from my hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether she be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. About the wood, go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens, look thou find. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm their eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of their eye. When their love they doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Oh, stand aside! The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake!
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth. Oh, devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? To vow and swear and superpraise my parts when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours and Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but has guestwise sojourned, and now to Helen is at home returned. There
Helen,
to
it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found. Mine ear, I think, has brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should she stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let her bide. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is it all forgot? All school days, friendship, childhood, innocence? And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with them in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly. 'Tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with their foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks they this to her they hate?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Counterfeit sad looks make mounts upon me when I turn my back. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Say, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my soul, my life, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
Wait, do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove them false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than she can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Quick come!
Quick come!
Quick come!
Quick come!
Quick come!
Quick come!
Lysander! Where to tends all this?
Oh, hang off, thou cat! Thou bird! Little thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent!
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love! Out, you minimus! Out, you loathed medicine, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I strike her? Hit her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid! In earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain 'tis nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from her?
Have you no modesty? No maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, Hermia! You counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? That way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with her. And Are you grown so high in her esteem because I'm so teeny tiny and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole, speak? How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
Oh, I pray you, though you mock me, gentle friends, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower, hark again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save that in love unto Demetrius, I told them of your stealth into this wood. Now will you let me quiet go? To Athens will I bear my folly back. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart, which I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little? Again! Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flaunt me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you runt! You minimus of hindering Nodgrass maid! You bead, you acorn! Now follow if thou darest, to try whose right in thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed, and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries wilfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the youth by the Athenian garments they had on?
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight? I, therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one comes not within another's way, then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with its might, and make her eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her changeling boy, and then I will her charmed eyes release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night-swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts, wandering here and there, troop home to churchyards, damned spirits all.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport. But notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain! Drawn and ready! Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight!
Follow me then, to plainer ground.
Lysander! Speak again! Thou run away, thou coward! Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward! Art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant! Come, thou child! I'll whip thee with a rod. She is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll test no metal here.
They go before me and still dare me on. When I come where they call them, they are gone. So fallen am I on dark, uneven way. Now here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day.
Oh, coward! Why comest thou not?
Where art thou now?
Come hither. I am here.
Then thou mock'st me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night! Oh, long and tedious night! Abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight. From these that my poor company detest. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yea, but three, come one more. Two of both kinds makes up four.
Ever so weary, ever so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars, I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven's shield Lysander, if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle lover's remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the story shall be told by spirits young and old. Mortal love can't be controlled. Jill shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. True hearts shall find their way again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, little further to the right. Okay, that's enough. Now, where is Mademoiselle Cobweb?
Ready?
Mademoiselle Cobweb, good Mademoiselle, get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And good Mademoiselle, bring me the honey bag.
Ready?
Where is Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready, what's your will?
Nothing, good Monsieur, but to help Cavalry Peas Blossom to scratch. Great. You got it. Okay, little harder. All right. Okay, too hard. I must to the barber's, Monsieur, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
Say, sweet love, what thou desires to eat.
Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of dried peas. Oh, but I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. Fairies, away! So doth the woodbine and the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist the female ivy so, enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee! Oh, how I dote on thee!
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late, behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairies sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. But when I saw the child, my gentle Puck, ripped from the joy and comfort of my queen, how haunted and remorseful I was then, how flooded with the shame of my pursuit. The lonesome changeling boy did quake with fear, entreating me to take him to his home. No more spiteful tricks, my gentle friend. No more shall jealous rage consume my heart. Titania, fairy queen, must be revered as mortals do revere almighty Jove. Now that my love and I have made our peace, the chaos in the world, it will subside. And now she has the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. Be as thou wast wont to be. See as thou wast wont to see. Diane's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon. Oh, what visions I have seen! Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Ew.
Oh, how my eyes do loathe his visions now. How came these things to pass?
I will reveal all, most gracious queen. Robin, take off his head.
Music. Oh, such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep. Fairy King, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Sound music.
I never heard so musical a discord. Such sweet thunder.
But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander. This Demetrius is. This Helena. Old Ninar's Helena. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing of our intent came here in grace of our solemnities.
But speak, Egeus, is this not the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lady.
Good morrow, friends! Saint Valentine is past. Begin these woodbirds but a couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half asleep, half waking. But as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly would I speak, And now do I bethink me so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of Athenian
Enough!
law...
Enough! My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon her head.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow. It seems to me now as the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met.
My lady...
Egeus, we will overbear your will. You took advantage of an ancient law and reckless sought control of your grown child. Reflect, old man, on how egregiously you have failed to heed your daughter's voice. This law shall be erased forevermore, and any law that stifles women thus. And in the temple, by and by with us, these couples shall be eternally knit, if it is indeed their true heart's wish.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
My lord, my lady, my daughter, let me not, to the marriage of true minds, admit impediments.
My mother taught me never to retreat, to fight for love and justice come what may. I receive your blessing with an open heart, and trust your mind will open in return. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, my Theseus.
These things seem small and indistinguishable.
Like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And she did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow them, and by that way let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is Most Fair Pyramid. Hey ho! Peter Quince? Flute the bellows mender? Snout the tinker? Starveling? God's my life, stolen hence, and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Ask the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... Oh, there is no man that can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had... Oh, but man is but a past fool if he offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard. the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. Oh, and I shall sing it in the latter end of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house?
Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he not come, then the play is marred. It goes not forward. Doff it!
It is not possible. You've not a man in all of Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he had simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. And he's the very paramour for a sweet voice.
Masters! 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 The Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If a sport had gone forward, we had all been made.
Oh, sweet Bully Bottom!
Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life.
He could not have escaped 6 pence a day.
And the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged!
He would have deserved it.
6 pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom! Almost courageous day! Almost happy hour!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together. Meet presently at the palace. Everyone, look o'er their part, for the short and the long is, our play is preferred. Yay! In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not her that plays the lion part pare her nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go away!
Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
Joy, joy, joy.
Joy.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? Where's Philostrate?
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
Here is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief? That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious, for in all the play you have not 1 word apt, 1 player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearse, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed mechanicals who work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have read it over, and it is nothing in the world. Unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play. For never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty do tender it. Go bring them in, and take your places, lovers all.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
No, go!
Can't make me! If we offend, it is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is... all for your delight we are not here. Oh. That you should here repent you. The actors are here at hand, and by the show you shall know all that you are like to know. Can I go?
No, 6 pence a day.
True, okay. All right. Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady Thisbe is certain. This woman with lime and rough cast doth present wall.
Wall.
That vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and the wall's crack poor souls were content to whisper. At which let no man wonder. This woman with lantern dog and bush of thorns doth present the moonshine. For by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn, to meet at Ninny's tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away. Or rather, did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tearing in a mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, the blind moonshine wall and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain. Ha! Exunt!
In this same interlude it doth befall that I once not by name present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or crack, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did often whisper very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this same stone doth show that I am that same wall, and this the cranny is bright and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Oh, grim-looked night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night which ever art when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack! 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, thou standest between her father's ground and mine. And thou, wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, show me thy crack to blink through with mine eyne. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall through whom I see no bliss! Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No. In truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see it. We'll fall pat, as I told you. Yonder she comes!
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with hair and lime knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the crack to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
Oh, my love, thou art my love, I think.
Oh, think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fate me kill.
Not Shaphelus to Procreus was so true.
As Shaphelus to Procreus I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's holes, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's to meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I will come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus, wall, away doth go.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough and wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one Snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast of a good conscience. Now let us listen to the moon.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
She should have worn the horns on her head.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
The man should be put into the lantern. How is it else the man in the moon?
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
Oh, I am weary of this moon, would she were change.
Okay, all I have to say is to tell you the lantern is the man in the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog, woof, 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 woof.
Silence! Here comes Thisbe.
Is this old Ninny's tomb? Ninus, oh my God. Oh, is this old Ninus's tomb? Where's my love?
Here comes Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright, for by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh, spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck! Oh, dear! Thy mental good! What, stained with blood? Approach ye, furies fell! Oh, fates, come, come! Cut, thread, and thrum! Quail, crush, conclude, and quell!
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, out, sword and wound, the pap of Pyramus. I, that left pap where heart doth hop. Oh! Thus die I. Thus! Oh! Thus! Oh! Thus! Oh! Thus! Now am I dead? Now am I fled? My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die, 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 die.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
I hope she will be brief.
I can hear you. Asleep, my love. What, dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak, speak. Quite dumb. Dead, dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes with these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were as green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come, come to me. With hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have shore. With shriek as threads of silk, tongue not a word. Come, blade, come, my breast impue. Farewell, friends, Thus this be ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
No, I assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a burgomask dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. But come your burgomask, let your epilogue alone.
5, 6, 7, 8, hit it!
The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12.
Lovers to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now 'tis the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite, and the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be.
And the issue there create, ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three, ever true in loving be. Trip away,
Make no stay.
meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So, good nights unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.